Hi everybody, I'm Lynn Burkhead of MajorLeagueFishing.com, sitting with the champ, Mr. Randy Howell, 2014 Bassmaster Classic Champion. And you know, you've got a number of things under your belt, but the one thing you don't have under your belt yet is Major League Fishing Summit or Challenge Cup, but I got a feel that's coming down the pike. You've been in this format a while now. You've been around a little bit. Does that give you a leg up on the other competitors here in the selects?
I've said before, it definitely helps me, get acclimated quicker because I know, the feel and the pressure and how it all, and I thought early on in the selects last year that it was really going to help me, and then it really didn't though, because it's never any way to get, I don't think you get good at the format, because the format changes so quickly with the style of fishing and the type of water, and it's so many things that that come into play there. So to say I might have a leg up now after this being the second season in it now, I gotta bow out and say no, I don't think I really have a leg up anymore.
But I've always thought it takes at least one full event, no matter how much you've heard about it, no matter how much you've talked about it, no matter how many times you've seen the TV show, you've got to do it. You've got to play the game before you really understand it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You have to experience it and go through that roller coaster of emotions, one whole day before you can't describe it to anybody. Some of the newer guys that started this year, I've tried to tell them, I said, man, you don't even know what's about to happen until you get out here tomorrow and you start fishing, and you're going to feel something you never felt before, and it really is true.
When you won the 2014 Bassmaster Classic, you started the final day there on Lake Guntersville, a place you now live, one of your favorite places, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You started way back in the pack, almost like way back in the pack at the, say, beginning of the third period in a Major League Fishing event. And you really didn't have much to lose at that point in time, and as you were coming out, you heard a voice inside.
Yeah.
And that voice said, don't go with plan A.
Said, turn around and go
the other way.
That's right.
Did your experience already in Major League Fishing and knowing a little more about how to fly by the seat of your pants for a day of fishing, did that help you to listen to the voice inside and make the turn and go?
It probably did help me trust that voice and trust that instinct, and know that voice for me, is without a doubt is the good Lord above, and I know that. And but it still, you battle as a professional angler with listening to that voice and your instincts and your knowledge. All that can kind of get jumbled together sometimes, because we out-reason ourselves sometimes. We out-reason why that water should or shouldn't be good, but sometimes fishing just makes no sense. Sometimes fish bite in water that you can't see an inch deep in, even though we don't think they should. But so this format helps you experience all that so quickly and have to take those risks. Every 5-10 minutes you got to be taking that risk and that gamble until you make something happen. So that's what gets your confidence level up. And confidence, I think, is still the biggest key to being successful in Major League Fishing, is confidence, and there's no way to get confidence without experience.
I always like to talk about the fan, the fishing fan that watches Major League Fishing. What can the average fan, as he watches these shows and he watches guys like Randy Howell, what can he learn that he can take to his day of fishing on his local home water?
Yeah, that's a good question, because there's so much a guy can learn by watching, because there is so much content. You do get to kind of get in the mind of each angler on how we make decisions, and how, a lot of times you see that it's really no magic formula to catching fish, and we're just like the guy watching us on TV from time to time. We got to do the same thing they do. But what separates us sometimes from other people is we do it so often, and we do it under pressure, so you get better at it. But when you watch it on TV, you can see that you don't sit there and keep trying to make fish bite when they're not going to bite, or try to make fish be where they're not at, so you can't make it happen. So you've got to keep hurrying up and moving. So an average angler goes out for one day of fun fishing, and they fish and they get relaxed and they sit back and they just kind of go down the bank and they fish, and you catch one here or there, and you can't think that way. If you really want to catch a lot of fish, you got to keep running and gunning, and you can't relax. And it's not just all about fun. You got to get after it if you're going to catch some.
I've seen the very best in Major League Fishing, as some of us call it, spin out, have the train wreck. You might have to look a little harder for the clues, Might not be as visible as it is with other guys.
Yeah.
But I've seen just about everybody spin out. How's somebody going to know? You may not want to tell anybody this, but how are they going to know that Randy Howell is spinning out and having a train wreck?
Just go back and watch some of the past episodes, and you probably could put it together. Because I've had some. One of the Cup events in Alpena, Michigan, the first day there. I thought I didn't know if there was largemouth or smallmouth. And I spent half a morning trying to catch largemouth, and as Van Dam, doubled and tripled everybody's weight. And then when I finally started to figure out that the smallmouth, I had the train wreck mentally already, and I watched that show, and I could even see myself how frustrated I could see my body language was, and how you can tell when I'm getting frustrated, I slow down, and my body language gets kind of, like I'm done.
What's been your favorite memory so far in Major League Fishing?
Well, the select that I won the day that I fished on that particular day, just
Lake Hudson, if I remember right, in Oklahoma.
That's right, and it was just cool that was kind of the ultimate perfect day, Major League Fishing style that you want to have.
That was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to watch. He's the champ, the 2014 Bassmaster Classic Champ. He's also a Geico Select Champion at the Major League Fishing level. He's Randy Howell, one of the top anglers in the game today. We're very proud to have him here at MLF. For more on all of our anglers, Randy and all of his buddies, go to MajorLeagueFishing.com.